first down. It's gone. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's gone. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Black 99, Philly, here we go!
First carry for Darius Geis. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's right, keep the legs churning.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops it off to Ajayi. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here come the Redskins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Leopard! Leopard! Wide, get wide. Check. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And running with power here. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Geis trying to get to the outside. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne able to finally wrestle him down for a huge loss, and that'll take us to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Always orange.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hey, lift!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there. In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
No, check, Patriot! Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Detroit! Gun!
To throw is Jackson. Dumps it off for Geis. Nice move at the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll check it down to Geis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he'll be taken down at the 34. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
They go play action now. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On first and 10, gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So a third and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Just beating the play clock is gone. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 49 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's gone, and that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Completes it to Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jay Ajayi, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And he's able to put it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 63 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Lamar Jackson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Goff on first down. He finds Ajayi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Anderson. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 50, it's Goff. Jump into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And some space here. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go. Gone.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And Antonio Callaway from 8 yards out. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Here we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Jackson on second down. Quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They run with Geis, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Goff now looks to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing again is gone. Being chased out left. Now he'll and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll roll him out right. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now here's Ross. Nice footwork at the 25. Into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Eluded the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And this is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
11.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Play action. It's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go. 12. Hey, check back 34.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Looking deep here for Macklin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking for Macklin that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Khalil Mack in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit!
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 57 yards. They go play action now. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Go, 12, go. Obama, Obama, Obama.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dontari Poe in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. It's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year, Let's keep going.
So for Washington, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.
You